Everybody, how are we doing this morning? We'll be starting here in just a couple of minutes. I see some new people in here. If you haven't been to watching paint dry before, it's our afternoon, take a chill, laugh together, have fun, talk nerd stuff, and paint some things. This month we have a brand new piece that's going to be going out. Put that on screen now for you. The raffle this month is for this wonderful piece. It's a brand new artist that only sells these dice boxes at conventions or at, trade shows. Riddles has already started painting this all up. I think we're pretty much ready on this one, if I'm not mistaken. It comes also with the key you see in the background, which is a random piece that Riddles thought would make sense to go with this lovely dice box. I myself have been getting ready for Gamehole Con, so we're talking about that today. Probably a little bit of Loki and a couple of fun pieces I found online. If you've never played along with us before, there's two ways to do this. You either go pick yourself up some KOFI tickets. Each one of those gets you one entry in to the raffle at the end of the month. Or you can get yourself some STREAMLOOT cards. STREAMLOOT cards are how you interact with the show. Every time you play a STREAMLOOT card, if you can make Riddles laugh, because I read it, inappropriately, read it, in a funny voice, or it's just damn funny to begin with. Every laugh you get out of him gets you an entry into the drawing for the month as well. I'm pretty pretty excited because there's some funny cards in here that haven't been played yet since we built things. Riddles is looking at the clock, waiting for me to switch over and make his life hard. I can feel it. I can feel it in my blood. I have blood. They can't hear you yet.
They know what I'm saying. They're in my head. They know.
Now they can hear you.
Yeah, kind of figured that was coming. Ass hat.
Yeah. How's everybody this morning? Let's switch the beats up here. This is like, that was too lo-fi for me.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the lo-fi.
Too lo-fi for me.
I'm typically not a lo-fi fan. I'll put
not
in the background for videos, but that's it.
It was one that I hadn't played yet. From their soundtrack.
Hey everybody.
Hi everyone. How we doing? Riddles, have you done anything fun this week?
Like, I don't know. I had this really awesome person, like, you know, share my stuff and really appreciate my work on Twitter.
When did I do that?
Oh, that was yesterday when she shared it.
I didn't.
She got the vault last Friday.
So you should say who this is.
That was when it was delivered. But now she has it on display in her house, and she did a post on her page, and it's like,
are you gonna say who this is?
Gail Simone.
Are you a big Gail Simone fan?
I do enjoy her writing. I think the first time I really ran across it was back when she was doing a Deadpool for Marvel.
Oh yeah.
Just before it became Agent X, and she did a few beginning issues of Agent X. Then there was some drama, and then she came back, which was cool. She came back to finish off the series.
What is there not drama in comic books?
There's always drama.
I feel like comic books is just rife with it.
Yeah. But like, so more recently, I'd say her Wonder Woman and Red Sonja are definitely like really worthy reads. She's the longest running female writer for Wonder Woman ever.
Oh, is she really? I didn't know that.
So it's really cool.
I will say that's a run that I did not read.
Yep. The Red Sonja I want to get. I've heard it's incredible.
Oh, the Red Sonja I have. Wonder Woman I haven't read.
Yeah. So according to what I understand or what I hear, the Red Sonja one really takes Red Sonja in a different direction than she's been done before.
It's true.
So I'm really kind of excited to get my hands on that. I have the complete Red Sonja omnibus in my cart on Amazon right now. I'm just waiting for free funds to get it.
I got it when it went on sale for something. I don't remember when, but I got the complete one when Eric Mona wrote for Red Sonja from Paizo. He got to write for Red Sonja, and he was super fucking excited. And I just picked up everything Red Sonja then, so I could kind of get back into the feel of it. Right. I always thought she was an entertaining character. You know, people have problems with how she dresses, and my answer is, it's fiction. It's okay. It's okay. She's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. So, but like one of the, I don't know. Do you remember when Gail kind of brought up the whole women in refrigerators?
Yes.
And the impact from that.
Is that when she got in trouble?
Yeah.
I remember.
She got called out from a couple of people, but at the same time, I mean, like everything she said made sense, and there has been a change in the dynamic, not only in comic books because of that, but you can see it kind of ripple out into the other geekdoms over the last 2 decades.
Yeah, absolutely. She got burned because she said something nobody wanted to hear.
Yeah, and that's
but that is also kind of her nature.
Yeah, and I'd rather I enjoy people like that aren't afraid to call out like, hey, this is kind of fucked up.
I mean, comic book industry, I feel like was where all nerddom drama started.
Yeah,
that industry has always got some drama going on.
Well, I don't know. There was a lot of drama back in the day with like Steve Jackson Games, and when TSR was bought out by Wizards, and
nothing like comic books.
Yeah, no, comic books it has its own.
There's always people wanting to have a voice in comic books and saying shit that would piss people off. Like They thought they were They thought they were comedians, not comic book artists. That's what it is.
So
I'm trying to find your post right now. Did you repost it?
What?
Her post? Did you repost it?
Yeah, I reposted it on mine.
I'm trying to find it here so we can pull it.
And I even shared it on my. I copied it and shared it over to like my Discord and my Blue Sky. I think I put it on my Facebook. I was geeking out about it pretty hard all day yesterday.
Let me see here. I think I might have found it. You post a lot.
What's that?
You post a lot.
Yeah, I do.
That Staff and Branch one you reposted is really good. Here, let me pull up it so we have the paint here too.
The red and blue one?
Yeah, or orange. I can't tell if it's red or orange, but that's gorgeous.
I saw it and I immediately thought of Sub-Zero versus Scorpion. That's exactly what went through my head when I saw that piece.
I thought of G.I. Joe's Alley Viper.
Oh yeah.
Those are the colors. I always think Alley Viper when I see those.
Yeah, share that one because it's just a gorgeous piece.
I have it pulled up. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean he does such great work. He really does. I am such a fan.
Does he ever do conventions, or does he just never have enough product for it?
Never has enough product to do conventions because basically, I mean, he does these batches, and those batches usually sell out within a day or two.
Yeah.
So it's not like he has like me. I'm building inventory on the back end right now. But
Hex one's really cool too that he did.
Yeah.
I've never seen him actually do anything like that where it's like a geometric shape that he's poured.
It's a more recent one that he's done. He just started doing those. I want to say like 3 months ago. The Hex ones like that. Yeah.
I'm looking for your post, man. Okay. The repost.
Hold on, I'll find. I mean, you go to my Discord. It's probably easier to find.
No, because I can't pull that up on the screen easy.
No, but you can find the link to my Twitter, my tweet.
I mean, you did it recently. I'm assuming.
So here is.
Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. What the fuck was the trophy for? What was the Diablo Cup for? Because I saw that and I was like, oh my god, what did he win this for?
So I just sent you the original tweet on. So you have that now. You can share that with everybody if you want. Yeah, I don't think everybody has seen this thing. So let me just run it real quick and grab it.
I have it pulled
and
up.
I'm gonna grab the game that it was related to, so you guys can see the game. Huh?
I have it pulled up right now.
It doesn't really illustrate how.
Oh no! Go get it. Go absolutely
big it is.
Go get it. Yeah. Can you guys see this? He won a trophy for something, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I like this Nightmare one that he did recently. I'm trying to find the one from Gale. He said he sent it to me, so let me go grab it. Oh, Twitter X, you suck. Oh, nice. Oh, okay.
All right.
You put the little ghost in the one you sent to her?
What's that?
You put the little ghost in the one you sent to her?
Yeah, it's a Kodama.
Yeah.
I put a little Kodama in there. Just something fun. I've been kind of I've been throwing little stuff in with.
I just
with
noticed
my
the little owl eyes.
What's
like
that?
the little owl eyes on the box are dotted
Yeah,
yellow.
it's a new thing I've done. I've never really done, like brought the owl out forward.
It's a
And I
nice
thought
little
it'd just be kind of fun to
asymmetry.
like bring it forward,
Yeah, that's fucking cool. All right, so what in the hell? What is it, dude? What?
So the
What do you
company
on
that
solo
makes this
cam?
game, is local.
Okay.
They're from Dark Attic Games, so which I've run into them at Phoenix Fan Fusion, and they were doing a tournament called the Diablo Cup at the local gaming shop that I go to, and so the game itself is Texas Hold'em Zombies.
Okay,
And
I saw. All right.
It's such a fun game. It's a fun take, or it doesn't take away from the Texas Hold'em. The Texas Hold'em is in there and it's legit, It's the pure basic rules of Texas Hold'em, but it's all the stuff that happens in between where the zombies come into play. So you get item cards that you have as your own. You have a character. The character has special abilities based on whether or not their key suit comes up in the live card.
Sure.
They get, there's weapons, there's barricades. The winner of each hand gets to throw zombies at other people based on the number of black cards that were in the winning hand.
Okay.
There's all kinds of like little stuff like that in this game, and
that's kind of cool.
It's really cool. The blinds go up every round, so you have your starting bank, and you just kind of, but after a point, like typically blinds go into the pot. Well, after a certain point, blinds stop going into the pot. Not only that, anything that people pay for zombies, like if you can't kill all your zombies or at least barricade them off or have armor to protect you from them,
sure,
you have to pay the little blind value on those.
Oh,
and it keeps going up and up. It keeps going up and up, and then at one point, it stops going to the pot and just disappears. So, and that's what they call the bleed. Where the zombies are basically sucking the life out of you.
I was gonna say, can you get infected? That was gonna be my question.
You can't get infected. There's no rules for that or anything, and there's no rules for barter or trade or anything like that. So you have what you have. There's weapons in there that require ammo. So if you don't have an ammo card to go with it, you just have a useless weapon.
You just got a gun to beat zombies with.
Well, you can't even beat them with it. You have to have something else to use. So yeah, it was a blast of a game. I had a great time. They're going to start doing it the first Wednesday of every month or the second Wednesday of every month, something like that. But so I won, and it was they made it a point to point out the fact that I've spent 8 years in a casino, so everybody felt like I had an advantage. You don't get an advantage in poker. You play the people, not the cards. And we ended up, because we had two people who had never played.
Were you a dealer in the casino? Is that why they're saying that?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But we had two people who had never played the game, one who wasn't even really that familiar with Texas Hold'em. So we did a whole practice round first. And I straight up told them that what I was doing was I'm playing to see how you guys play. And then when we get to the real tournament, I'm going to play.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and I kind of like worked my way through and just like got a feel for how everybody kind of handled their cards and also handled the stuff in between. So I knew who was going to try to get an idea who was going to play what way. And it was very helpful in the thing. But that trophy,
it looks, oh my God, it's huge.
It's huge.
Oh my God.
But there's shell casings in there. Is
it a hand holding a zombie head?
Yes, it is a hand holding a zombie head.
That is fucking wild. Where are you gonna put that at?
I have a bookcase that it's sitting on top. I've set it on top of, so that's where it is.
That is insane. I thought it was small.
Oh no,
it's not. Was like a huge fucking trophy. Do they make those for all their tournaments that they do?
I don't know if they're going. As I understand, like two of the people that were at the tournament have been in multiple tournaments from these guys. Because originally this game was a Kickstarter like a year ago,
right?
And one of them has everything they've ever made for the game, and the other one was there before the Kickstarter. In fact, there's a zombie in there modeled after one of his costumes.
Oh God!
So, it's just a really fun, interesting game, and because it's Texas Hold'em. It is kind of set up in that Wild West kind of theme. So all the cards, the characters have that Wild West kind of feel. So it's just really interesting.
Serving Hand says it's so pretty.
Yeah, I don't know how to classify it either.
I hope I said that right for you, Serving Hands. It's so
yeah, pretty. But it was a great time. I had a fun time. So I'm interested to see what else they're doing. Oh. So I joined I told you guys last week that I had joined a Pathfinder group, a live local game here
Yeah,
held by
first edition though.
yeah, first edition, which I'm fine with. I enjoy first edition. I don't care what you say. Back off. But I was doing a druid in it, and they were in the midst of Rime of the Rune Lords.
Like
And
the very first AP.
yeah,
Okay.
they were
okay.
so
They're working their way through. 'cause-
total like legit TPK.
Oh yeah. Which book are they on?
I think they're in the second
Oh,
because they're
yeah.
all 6th level.
I have an amazing story about Rise of the Rune Lords. So, and it's short. So, the second book is written by one of my favorite TTRPG authors, Nick Logue. Nick Logue left the industry for a while, came back, but when that manuscript for it that was handed across, it was a compilation of handwritten notes that he handed to the publisher, and they had to redline so much of it that he had to rewrite it. Not because it was written poorly, because it was so violent that they could not put it in the AP. Like, it's still hella violent, like insanely violent.
It's a wicked challenging. Like, I've only been in two episodes with them, or 2 nights with them.
So I have a red line copy.
But yeah, so one player was not present, and hasn't been present for a while. So they reached out, and what they've decided to do is, so we're going to go back on this Monday with a session 0 kind of thing and build new characters.
Oh.
That this one guy has come back to find a team to avenge his fallen comrades.
Have you played Rise of the Rune Lords before?
No, this will be my first time.
I think
I've never
is their
played
masterpiece of AP. That and probably the Kingdom Maker one is probably their 2 best APs to date. I mean, obviously the one's the most praise, but it is ruthless.
I've never played any of the Pathfinder APs, with the exception of one that was heavily modified.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
it wasn't even like I was playing the actual AP. So
I think you have to modify them to make them fit, your style of game. That's me though. That's me.
Shane's running it pretty much verbatim kind of thing.
Okay.
So he's really sticking to the script. He loves it. He really he always harkens back to Glass Cannon, and how they played through it and everything. So
Glass Cannon definitely puts their own spin on everything.
Yeah. But I mean, almost everybody in that group is a Glass Cannon fan. So.
Oh, are they really? All right.
Yep.
I used to be. I just haven't watched anything in a long time. Like, no hark on them. Live, they are fantastic.
I've said this multiple times. I have a hard time watching or listening to live plays.
I'd rather just
and I
play
don't know why.
or run a stream.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just, I've tried putting it on in the background while I'm working, and it doesn't click with me.
Yep.
Even Critical Role, I tried to start Critical Role, and it was just like, Yep,
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'd rather play a game than. Oh, speaking of playing games, did you get that thing I sent you about Deathmatch Island?
No, but I'm playing it at GameHoleCon.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah,
It looks so much fun. Oh.
They had a beta. A buddy of mine asked me if I wanted to play. His friend can't make it, and I said, "Yeah, sure." It looks good.
The Kickstarter just launched. It looks like such a fun game. You're basically, it's a survivor kind of thing mixed with like Death Race.
Yep.
But no vehicles. It's that kind of like, insanity.
What is it called? I'll pull it up really quick.
Deathmatch Island.
See if I can find it.
It's really, really fun, fun looking. So, and there's preview books that you can get if you get it on the Kickstarter. You get preview books along with it.
Mm-hmm. Did you look at it yet?
A little bit. They are more than they've finished their goal already. They're way past their goal, so they're already working on stretch stuff. The first stretch goal has already been announced, and they passed it. So yeah, it looks like a great game. I think it's gonna be fun to play. So, and it's meant for short term, like 3-4 session games.
Wait,
but
is it on Kickstarter or is it on BackerKit?
BackerKit.
Weird. I didn't know BackerKit had their own thing. Yeah, we did talk about it last week. Yeah. I didn't know.
But no, it looks like such fun.
I'll pull it up here. Yeah, so I'm excited for this. Is this a John Harper piece?
John Harper is involved in it, yes.
Okay,
He's one of the 3 main writers on it.
Yeah, we talked about this. It looks super fun. I think this would be a riot to play. I like the style that it's laid out into, and memorandum and stuff. This is cool. I don't know if I'll back it. I probably only want the PDF for this, I think. I don't know if I'd want the book. I do love these journalistic style books, though. I don't know about you. I'm a big fan of the journal books like this.
Yeah. I didn't get the super big pack that has all the extra stuff in it, but I did at least get the limited edition copy.
The survival kit one?
Yeah.
Survival kit is pretty cool, man. It's like a map
amazing.
and like they look like little field notes.
While you guys are looking at that, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on some of the basic stuff I want to get done this week on the sword.
No, I already pulled it off. I was just scanning.
So,
yeah, a little bit Portal style, Scott. That's actually really good, Portal.
I was noticing that, like,
you're really quiet. Is your mic not next to you?
How about now?
That's better.
Okay. So I was noticing in the photos, there's 2 different tones of silver. One's a very flat kind, and it's all around the handle parts. In the
silver?
pommel.
There's silver in the fucking handle? Oh
Yep.
yeah, there is. It's like like a
It's
gunmetal
like a dull metal.
steel. Yeah.
And then this is where you get your bright silver is through here.
Yeah, and it's like almost washed too. It's weird looking.
So I'll be addressing that today, but we're gonna work on the silvers, and I've decided that for the accent circles going around, I want to do like from the animated from Rebels, they have a cool white flesh, so it's like there's this soft blue at the shadowing that they use for the
instead of being just white and black.
Yep.
Or brown.
So I'm gonna bring that into this, and I've decided that the D20 is gonna be like the kyber crystal for this sword. It's gonna have that green glow to it that we're gonna match with the flame. So,
I like that a lot.
But this week we're gonna try and get the blues done and the silver's done. So that's my goal today while we talk and play games.
Yeah. For those who don't know, remember, if you are a StreamLoots sub, you automatically get 1 entry during this. We did that last month. We're doing it again this month. It's something we added to the show to kind of give a new way for people to be able to be involved and get stuff. Oh, Serving Hands is already coming with the Bless card. Give me that D4 for Bless.
That means she's got a roll card coming up too.
I know. I'm worried. That's a Bless. Once you get your D4 rolled, once that first roll starts here, it's against me?
It's better to burn than to fade away.
Are you ready? Are you actually ready? You won last time. I can't go down this way. Let's go. Nope. He's talking shit in the background. All right. Get your D4 in here and get your 2D20. I'm even just going to roll my 2D20 right now. I don't care. You got a +2, so +2 for 10 minutes. Anybody else who has dice roll cards? 18. You got to roll disadvantage unless you have an advantage card. Good luck. You better, because I have an 18. 18. It's a very big roll for me. It's a very big roll. I don't get bonuses. I don't ever get to add anything. There's nothing like that that's happened. What you got? I'm waiting for her. I don't think she's gonna be able to do this. I have faith in my 18. It's a very strong, masculine murder number. I don't know. It has an 8 in it. I'm just going with it. It's a 12. Plus 2 is 14. That is not an 18. It's not it. But everybody else has a plus 2 bless for the next 10 minutes for any rolls that they have. We did have a couple other cards come in. I was just kind of waiting. Riddle's theme song. We've changed it finally. We finally changed Riddle's theme song. We have decided that it should be Poker Face because, you know, you were hustling people to get that big ass trophy. So Mime on the board with 1.
Yeah. Way to go, Mime.
It's the first time I've been able to write on my dry erase board because it's been so filled with crap I've had to do in a long time.
All right, Mime, I gotta ask a question because you're my biggest like patron / supporter in the UK, and I don't know why, but recently, within the last couple months, my like orders and everything coming from the UK, including like France and Germany, are just like exploding right now.
It's all Mime's fault.
That's what I was about to ask. I mean, like, is she out there promoting me and stuff, or what?
Who knows? Mime, this is very important. I see you're defending the War Duke with your blessed plus 2. Very important. Is the War Duke the person that is sharing all of his stuff? Are you making him go out and do work? What's going on? Give me your D20 roll. You get a plus 2 to that. See what you get, Mime. See if you can hold down the fort of War Duke. Every chance I get, Riddles. They said every chance that I get. So we got a War Duke International. Let's see what we get. What we get out of War Duke International. Yeah, 16 up. Is that a 19? Do you even need the plus 2? War Duke apparently just straight up owned by War Duke, my love. That's an additional 3 cards for you today, putting you at 4 already on the board.
Nicely done.
I'm a little worried about this. I don't think the War Duke's ever leaving their hands.
I don't think mine's lost to the War Duke yet.
No.
Which is incredible because he's like one of the tougher ones I put in there.
Serving hands.
Serving
hands. This is a cancel card. What is the craziest excuse you've heard for canceling a game? The sting of the Digidice just hurts so badly that I am not coming to gaming today.
Digidice suck. They really do.
They don't bother me at all.
They are either pure bliss for me, but more often than not, they are just absolute crap for me.
I can tell you what Eric does need today. Eric could be taking an allergy pill. My God, I feel like I'm down. Where are my drugs? Drugs.
What the hell are you doing now?
Taking an allergy pill. I'm dying over here today.
Oh, I gotta tell Scott this while he's in chat. Scott, are you there?
He might be.
I'm hoping he's there.
I don't know if he is. Scott, are you here? Have you left us?
Actually, I wonder if he's still on vacation now that I think about it.
Scott, you're on vacation? What?
Last I heard, he was on vacation. I've been seeing photos of him at the beach and stuff, visiting people and whatnot.
I mean, look, vacation sounds great, but I get to see Hawkmere today. Hawkmere.
He'll be at the Talon and Claw booth.
Yeah, I don't know if the whole team's there, if it's just him.
No, there's never just him. And with it being Gamehole Con, yeah, because I think I saw Anthony with them in one of the posts.
I haven't talked to Anthony in a while, so I gotta stop by, say hi. Yeah,
it's been a minute since I've talked to. I mean, I talked to Hawkmere off and on.
Scott said
he's
that
always
was
like,
last week, buddy. That was last week.
Yeah, because he's always liking on my posts and stuff still. So you know,
Hawkmere's a good dude. Yeah, I still don't understand why you have to keep putting spoiler on his food, man. Stop making me click again. I just want to see your food as I'm scrolling. Yeah.
So, Scott, this is the 20th anniversary edition of the original Vossen book that Johan did. That is the basis of the game that we love, and it is signed. So I'm kind of excited about this one. And I think he added in 20 new creatures to this, so it's expanded from the original that was out there. But he has quickly become one of my favorite artists in fantasy, not just in gaming, but in fantasy in general.
I agree with that a lot, actually.
His Norse Gods book is incredible, absolutely awesome.
Have you ran Vaesen yet?
I haven't run it, but I've played it. I played it with Scott.
Or did you play the
and a couple
D20
people
version or their system?
What's that?
For Vaesen, did you play the D20 version that came out, or are you playing their version?
Their version.
Okay.
I didn't even know there was a D20 that came out.
There is. I think they did it to see if it would do anything.
We played the free league systems. The Year Zero engine
which system is it?
It's clean. It's simple.
Is it the Dragonbane one or the Year Zero?
Year Zero.
Is it okay? So it's closer to Mutant Year Zero, like that style.
I haven't played Mutant Year Zero yet, so I would say
really,
it is closer. I would say in feel and vibe. It's like a mix of Alien and vibe. Yeah, Alien meets Cthulhu is kind of the vibe you get playing the game.
Because even Blade Runner had its own rules. Like I just finished our last Blade Runner yesterday for that 4-parter, and that series, those mechanics are very different than most of Free League stuff.
But it's still the Year Zero engine. In Blade Runner, they just use extra
I think it is very different than the regular Year Zero engine, because you're
I
talking
disagree with you.
6 is a success, 10 up is 2 successes. The dice mechanics are very different. The actual core like stats and skills are similar, and the amount of success and how that works similar, but they use a totally different dice pool for it. It's a very different feel, and I'll be honest, it feels a little cumbersome compared to the other Free League stuff.
I enjoyed Blade Runner. I thought it was fun.
I liked it. I'm just saying comparatively, like playing Aliens is clean.
Yeah.
Playing
I can't wait for Making Better Worlds to get here.
I'm excited for that.
So that's the newest one from Free League for Alien.
Correct, Scott. Correct.
And
Scott.
what it does is it sets up the outer ring a little more detailed and allows you to play the farmers.
Oh, really? Like the colonists and stuff?
Yeah. So it's all about like that going out and
colonizing planets and terraforming. And so I know colonizing is a weird word for people.
Completely different vibe.
Colonizing's weird. It's not the same colonizing. We're talking about planets here and numerous people going to do it of every color of the spectrum. No, I'm excited for that. I think that'll be fun. I liked running it, Scott. I just ran into a lot of cumbersome stuff. So like, I think that using the grading, I think they did that to represent the movies a little bit more, the A through or D through whatever A. That was a little weird. Combat was okay. It ran fast though. I will say this: it's a really quick system, and combats were brutal. Like by the end of episode 4, the way I ran it, because this is Scott, I ran basically right after the first case file. This is like 1.1. A new group was coming back in to find Sarah, and I turned it into a little bit more of what I wanted it to be. And then it's basically setting up for case 2 when it comes out, because all of the group, I don't want to ruin it in case anyone's going to watch it, but no one dies, technically. I did some fun stuff too. Like I gave everyone a chance to be a replicant during key scenes when they may die. It was just weird. I thought that the dice were a little weird. I thought the advantage and disadvantage system was a little weird. I would like to see it used in another system without using the D through A. I think it was just cumbersome to explain to players. I think that's probably where my problems were. But the system itself was fun.
Another interesting thing on what they did with Vossen that's a little different, and this we didn't discover this until we were playing, but like if you look at the character sheets, there's nothing for hit points. There's nothing for damage. There's nothing like that. You're not meant to like fight in any way to solve what you're up against. You really are investigators trying to solve it
So
in a different way.
I have a good question for you. I have found that in Blade Runner they had put in together like a little bit of a case mechanic, but it is an investigation, and I love running investigations. It's one of my favorite things to run, but it is very hard to teach a GM to run a good investigation, and I think Blade Runner did a pretty good job. But really, at the end of the day, it was more about your humanity and how you feel replicants are treated, and like that's the major story through line. Does Vason teach you how to run investigation? Because it's fucking hard.
I haven't run that part yet. Like I said, I haven't run it.
Scott, though, you have, right? You ran Vason.
Scott has. I definitely hit up Scott with
I
that
know
one.
you really dissect the books and read through them heavily. Do they teach you how to run them? Because I have my own like checklist for how I run them, and actually when I just talked to Danny during Corpse Talk, because he's a big Cthulhu fan, and he's talking about making a new Cthulhu system for the same reasons. Cthulhu the book doesn't teach you how to run an investigation, and it's cumbersome. So I was curious if Vason does kind of walk you through it. I do agree though, Scott. Dragonbane is very deadly. It's one of the 3 games that I'm bringing with me for the convention. I'm going to run a little bit of Dragonbane. I might run Breachers. I haven't decided yet. There is a section on it. Yeah, a section on it's not... Oh, a whole section. Okay. Is it a good section, though? Do you feel it makes you better at running investigation? Like, does it actually teach you? Because I thought it was really cool in Blade Runner how they gave you tables to generate a case file for someone. Because you could easily roll a case file. And actually, if I remember correctly, hold on here. I think there's a case file generator online too. Doja. Yeah. So here, I'll pull it up while we're painting this real quick. Let me go to full cam. They made an LAPD case file where you can randomly generate any theme you want, or you could pick a kind of theme you want. I thought this is really cool, and you could re-roll individual ones. But I have found that having the ability to randomly generate stuff, and I think Riddles and I have talked about this in the past, but maybe even on the show, I find that when random tables went away in games for, like 20 years, Riddles? Like, Scott?
Yeah, there was a long time where we really didn't have a lot of good games, or games that were presenting really good random tables. You had tons of homebrew stuff out there.
Yeah.
But as far as like what the makers were putting in there, they weren't really giving you a lot of random stuff to work with. I mean, basic random encounters and shit like that, but nothing to really build a world or a campaign around.
Yeah, I think it was about... I really feel like it was somewhere around like 15 to 20 years. And I have found when random tables came back, and we're even seeing it in like big publications again, like even D&D is using random tables once in a while. But when we saw it come back, I always harken it back to Cyberpunk. I love the random tables for making characters and shit like that.
The original one, the Artelzorian one?
Yeah, the original Cyberpunk. Yeah, they really had it for like your path, making your character and randomly rolling your character. And then Rob Schwab brought it back in Shadow of the Demon Lord, which I was like, oh my god, it's great to see this back. And then after that, indie games were like, oh, these are great jumping off points. Why aren't people using random tables?
Mort Ward's random character.
That's what I was getting to. Yep.
I love.
And then Mark Borg,
blast making my character with
Mark
Scott
Borg brought it back hardcore, and I was like, okay, this is fucking cool. Like, I love having the random tables. They help you generate ideas, even as someone who's been GMing at a professional level, and for a long time, from home games to stream games, those random tables are great. Like, it's why I tell GMs to have a list of names for people in the area and cities and items. On top of having that, have some magical item names and have them on the side so you can just cross them out during the game. And then we saw that when you play Blades in the Dark, There's a cheat sheet for GMs with all the names on them, items on them, where you just scratch them out as you use them during your campaign session. And these kind of random tables are perfect for that.
I got to consider my hand when I'm painting. I just saw my hand going there. I'm like, oh yeah, it's just kind of blocking everything, isn't it?
Yes. But you pull away often enough that it's like a reveal. So
valid point. Fair enough.
So Scott, like, have you, like, what's in that section? Like, do you have? You're at work. You don't have it next to you. I was just curious as what's in it. I can pull it up as well. I always like seeing how investigation's handled. Gumshoe is my favorite to date for investigation. We have another one. We have another card. It's a classic. Shit. It's a throwback. If I didn't have to work, I would hunt down those digidice to reclaim dominance all day long. Yes, serving hands. We know. We know you lost the war, Duke. Mime is quite aware that you lost the war, Duke.
Digidice suck.
Mime said it's a very nice hand. I have your little coffin dice. Oh, you can't see it. I have to turn the camera a little bit. Hold on here. I have your dice box over here because I was putting my Blade Runner dice in them.
Oh.
For the show. I mean, it doesn't fit the box, but I was like, oh, I'll put them in here. I need somewhere near. And I was like, wait, I have something right here. Hold on here. See it sitting right here? Hello. Chase mechanics for Blade Runner are phenomenal. I want to create a chase deck for each sector in Blade Runner. Like, I think it would be amazing to be able to do that, to put together, like, oh, you're in sector 1, and like pull out things that make sense. Because like in the entertainment sector, neon billboards, because we had a crash at a neon billboard, which was amazing getaway. And then our last chase went through 3 sectors, and I would love to be able to have sector cards. I think it would be awesome. And I think chase mechanics on foot, if I ran a more permanent version of it, I would do specific cards you add to your deck for case files that make sense. So like you have thugs and monks and stuff like that show up. It'd be really cool if, like, when you're doing the dossier for the first one, replicant supporters show up, things like that. Maybe pretty cool. I need a cool box for my Blade Runner dice. I agree, Scott. I agree. I will say the dragon-based dice, what is it with Free League, buddy, pal? Thomas, I've spoke to you about this in the past, but I'm just going to throw it out there again. I know people who make really cool dice. Can we get some really cool dice, like custom ones, to order from your site for all your amazing games? I would love some really cool, like, Dragonbane dice and Blade Runner dice that aren't just like the classic crystal cast dice. Maybe that's just me. A cabbage? You need a cabbage hazard? Riddles, you'll probably laugh at this.
I can't hear the word cabbage without thinking of what I went through.
I don't know what that is. You have to tell us that. What is the cabbage thing?
CABG, coronary artery bypass graft. That's what they call it. They call it a cabbage.
Yeah, I guess your definition's different than ours. That's not Riddles. It's not what we were thinking. All right, buddy.
I know. I still love my corned beef and cabbage, though. I ain't getting rid of that.
Oh my god, that's priceless. I was running the game, and they went to a metro station during the last episode in a chase scene. And I pulled one of the cards, and let me see if I can find it. I read it wrong, because I read it quick, because they pulled 2 objective cards for obstacles, and they got to pick which one they wanted to keep. And the one I pulled... Hold on here. Let me see if I can find it. I do love these cards. These things are so fucking cool. They add just the perfect amount of, like, extra stuff to their games, but it doesn't make it feel like a board game.
Right.
Too many times, companies add so much crap, you feel like you're playing a board game. Okay. I looked at it and I saw Metro K, and I thought it said kebab, Metro kebab. I was like, oh, it must be like a food cart. It's not. It's a Metro cab, but they spell it with a K for cab, like a cabbie. I was like, oh, kebab, a Metro kebab. And I read it, I was like, wait, I was wrong. It's a Metro cab. Like, no, you said Metro kebab. So they made me make up a Metro kebab for the final scene?
Yeah, that'd be an interesting one to try and handle.
It was a lot of fun. I'd like to run a one-shot for it. I just don't know. I think you'd have to run it in the middle of the case. Because it'd be really hard to, like... The opening scene for the first Blade Runner dossier is very slow. And I don't think it'd be fun to run in a convention. But I would love to run it once at a convention because I do think it's a fantastic setup. Urban Shawarma, yeah. Oh, that's what it was. They said if there's Metro Kebab, they're obviously at war with Urban Shawarma. So now they want shirts. I told Allie she should make a shirt and send it my way. Well, I thought it was a random food cart, but it wasn't. It was a cab, and I was like, oh, I fucked this up. It was hilarious, though. I mean, it was sincerely entertaining. Like, I messed up, and it turned into one of the funniest things.
I find that the random stuff like that happens in game, whether it's being streamed or not, is just usually like the best stuff that happens during an episode.
Oh, I agree. 100% agree.
It's the random madness that you don't plan for. That, yeah.
It just it inspires creativity.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Serving hands. It's okay. The War Duke, maybe in your next lifetime, will come back to you. It's okay. Don't worry, Penny. Go gadget tier catcher, because my heart just can't take the rejection. Jesus, serving hands. Your fill in the blanks are fucking great. Oh, we got another one. They want this Cthulhu box. Where's Drew at? He should just butt in here. What? Okay. When you get right down to it, Metro Kebab is better than Country Euros.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I would be.
Does Country Euros have
Euros in a country setting?
Does Country Euros have country fried steak in it? What the fuck is it? I would love to know what it is. Country fried Euros. Good.
You're a creative person. Start telling us what it is.
Oh my God. I'm actually a cook too, so hold on here. I know you've had Metro Kebab before, but Metro Kebab is nothing compared to Country Euros. Do you ever wish that your mother's home cooking their country fried steaks and her homemade ranch dressing, along with that thick bread that she makes, was turned into a Euro so you could eat it on the go in your rainy Neon City? Welcome to Country Euros with a kiss from Mom. Fucking probably has to have eggs, right? Country Euros would have to have eggs too, I think.
Not necessarily. But, I mean, I wouldn't put...
Isn't a Country Euro just an omelet?
I'd say, possibly either cracklins or pickled pig feet.
I mean, yeah, it could be that too. Actually, no. Country Euros. You ever had a Country Euro? That thinly pressed biscuit laid with sausage gravy. Yeah, that's a Country Euro. Over a chicken fried steak.
Now you're making me want to go cook sausage and eggs, or
I know.
Biscuits and gravy this morning.
You ever wish that you had a Country Fried Euro? Oh my God.
I just don't think I have any sausage on hand right now.
I made a Dooley sausage a couple weeks ago. We just made food with that. But we've been buying some sausages that they come in individually wrapped packages. So when I make breakfast burritos and stuff, I can chop it up and put it in.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Going to Madison today for Game Hole. I have really no games planned that I'm playing in, unfortunately. when I left Cobalt, some things switched around, and my events got lost in the shuffle of my badge getting handed over to somebody else in the company, I believe is what happened. So now I got to do pickup games, which is usually how I do conventions. I don't book that many games. Like Riddles, Gen Con was your first, and you booked what, 2 things that you did? The Marvel games,
Yeah,
right?
the Marvel game. I did 2 things in the Marvel game. So
how do you feel now actually after booking them? That, like, my belief is I'd never want more than 1 booked thing a day because I'm just meeting other people and hanging
these
out.
were so the time frame was almost like perfect back to back. So it worked out pretty well. And it gave me an opportunity to talk to the same guys a little bit longer, you know?
But I mean, do you feel like, would you book more than 1 to 2 things a day at a convention?
Oh, no, absolutely not. Because I have way too many other things I want to do, people I want to see, you know? So no, I definitely would not go that route.
Yeah, I feel like if you book more than that, you run into, I know it sounds weird, but you run into a little bit of FOMO because people are like, hey, we're gonna go do this tonight. Are you interested? And no, but you're booked up through the evening. As I've done that, I've booked entire days and just played the entire time because I'm there to play games. And the older I've got, I realize I'm there to meet people and talk to new people and maybe play a game I haven't played before. But overall, I'm not there to play games the entire time.
But we're also in a different position than most people going into a con because
True.
We're also both looking to collaborate and find new people to work
Collab,
with.
works,
and,
clients, new product,
you know, so
new. Yeah, I agree.
we're not there just to have fun, so our perspective on it is very different than what an average attendee is looking at.
I
would not
don't know if I can.
anybody for taking a full day of gaming.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying I can't do it. I'm not saying anything wrong with it. I was talking from our side of the industry. Man, could you imagine going to a convention and not having a work mentality at all? What the fuck is that?
It's been a long time since that's happened.
I can't even think about going to. I don't know if I'd enjoy it. I like the networking.
It's like when we used to go for Norse Foundry.
Yeah, I was.
You know, it was like, oh, okay. You really don't get to see anything because you're in that.
You're in that
booth
that
all
10
day
by
long.
20.
Yeah, so I mean, you get to see people that come to your booth. So that's, I'm not sure I would work a booth again for anybody.
Would you do it for yourself?
Some kind of freedom.
Would you do it for yourself, or would you just give somebody your stuff to sell?
I wouldn't mind doing some for myself, but at the same time, it's like I still have to build up inventory to make that happen. So
yeah, I mean, dude, having inventory for a show is a lot. Like, it's a weird cycle you put yourself in because you can't be just prepped for one show. You basically you're prepped for more than one show, and then once you've started that, it's hard to get out of that cycle unless you have a really good online presence. If you have a good online presence, you can sell the shit that didn't sell at the show, then fine. But yeah, I agree.
I don't know if I could make enough to keep it, keep a booth going at a show.
Well, I mean, you could also buy and sell blanks with your stuff on it as well, like your designs.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do that.
And you could bring your shirts instead of people ordering them. You could bring some of your mats.
I'm not a fan, I'll be honest with you, having been in that part of the business for quite a while now, as far as garments go, I am not a fan of trying to pre-order and sell garments.
Nothing with sizes.
You're always going to end up with extras left over.
Nothing with sizes.
Sizes that people don't
meant
want.
more like hats, your gaming mats, your ones that you're doing with Works of Whimsy right now, that kind of stuff. Like anything that's not a size. And the only time I would bring a size to a con is if it's like a con shirt and I did it specifically for that con, and after that it's gone. Like limited print runs, maybe those I would do, or maybe for the season for this tour of cons, like I do a shirt that way. But I agree, print on demand's it's much more efficient.
Well, speaking purely from a waste standpoint, I mean, you know how many shirts or just garments in general are produced in mass and then
especially
in the ever just discarded?
3XL and small, extra smalls and down. Those are just thrown away a lot of times.
So
Those
yeah,
edge
I mean,
cases.
it's a very wasteful process, but we have a society that wants immediate satisfaction on everything. So it's kind of like we've kind of allowed our society to and it's more so capitalism just kind of like forcing us into that mindset.
On a technical level, Nessa, you want to know what the difference between fried and country fried is? If I'm dressing a menu for a company, it is more of an adjective to describe the style of food you're getting than the process of how it's cooked. So something country fried is usually going to come with a gravy or something like that.
I'll tell you the big difference between fried and country fried, and it's all in the seasoning.
Yes, well, seasoning, the breading, all that kind of stuff is different.
And they're usually going to be using a buttermilk instead of
cornmeal.
Yeah. So you're looking at completely different ingredients with a completely different flavor.
But it's not the technique. It's still frying is frying is frying. You are
right,
correct in
the
that.
technique's exactly the same.
Temps might be slightly different, but it's more the breading, the seasoning, and the preparation. Like chicken, like you said, is marinated in buttermilk, sometimes 24 hours, maybe more, depending on where you do it at. And then there's cornmeal and the breading a lot. The seasoning's going to be different, and a lot of times it's served with gravy, white or brown. I prefer white gravy. That's just my personal preference. I like a good brown gravy if it's a red eye and it's done right, but I think good red eye gravy is really fucking hard to do. Good red eye.
My mom makes an amazing brown gravy, and I'm telling you, like, you put that over rice. Oh,
yeah. I mean, I'll eat anything. But red eye is got coffee in it, and if it's done right, it's killer. There was a truck stop my dad used to go to when he was driving truck, and I would go with him once in a while for like the trips from state to state just to visit things, which was fun. But there's a place in Birch Run in Michigan. Birch Run's famous. It's been on a bunch of Food Network shit. But they made a red eye gravy that was fantastic. Fantastic. That's the place where they throw biscuits at you out in Birch Run. It's pretty cool. I mean, how other places do it around the U.S. I've always thought about doing a food show. Like, if I ever stopped doing tabletop stuff, I would probably go into cooking and a food show. But there is such a cost for a food show. You would have to make it a meal you were making for the house anyway. Because the cost in prepping for a food show is a lot. But I have everything in my house, especially with the new rolling island. I 100% could do a food show here. I think it'd be fun. Does anyone here watch cooking shows? Do you watch cooking shows? Riddles?
Yeah, I love cooking shows.
Me too.
He keeps trying to convince me to do a food truck.
Me as well. Lady and I have talked about that a lot, doing a food truck. We worked in the food industry. I mean, she's still in it, but I worked in it for 30 years with my family owning restaurants. 30 years of fucking food industry, on and off, sometimes straight through for like 10 to 15, other times, part-time. Last year was the first time I did not have a job in the food industry in 2 decades. Of some form or fashion. Nothing against it. I love it. It's changed since the pandemic.
I can't remember what channel it's on or what streaming service, but my partner's been watching The Bear.
Oh God, The Bear.
I've caught parts of it. It's actually really, really smart.
It's phenomenal, but here, look at me, everybody. If you worked in the food industry, there is a scene with the ticket printer that if you've worked in the food industry, you will have PTSD. There will be a flashback. There's some of the stress in that. Like, they encapsulated working in the food industry. It's in such a way that if you've worked in it, you will fucking feel it. Like, you will.
It's pretty spot on.
So good. Oh, thanks for the purchase, Serving Hands. She picked up some more cards to harass us
cards.
with. Yay, cards. But yeah, it's fantastic. Ooh, are you doing like a gradient blend on those?
Working on it. I'm kind of using the same muddling technique I used for the main base, the main piece.
I mean, it makes sense to me. Have you looked through the bestiary yet for Dragonbane?
I mean, I did my precursor look. We've talked about this last week.
I didn't know since then if you've sat down. I didn't know if you had like a day that
No,
you
I
read your
haven't had a
books.
chance to really sit down and dig into it.
Scott, have you looked through it yet? If you're still here, bud. Have you played Dragonbane yet?
Me, no, not yet.
Okay.
I'd be more than happy if you're running a stream. Let me know.
No, I don't know. I don't know how I would stream. So I would have to run my set piece Breachers using Dragonbane. I mean, it's the same engine with some new things, just a different setting. Because the setting for Dragonbane is a little dull to me. It's a little boring. It's classic. I mean, it's from what is it? This late 70s, early 80s when that game was made, right?
Late 70s.
So I
I
would
say
have a hard time.
76 actually.
Gotcha, you're playing it. Are you playing the first set of adventures, Scott? I found them to be very. I love the open concept that they did, but I found it really like old, a little too old school for me, for my taste. I love the system though. I really enjoy the system a lot. I love that failure and success give you a chance, not a guarantee, but a chance to advance your skills. I absolutely love that mechanic. Uh-oh, Serving Hands is back. What? Wait, what
Snapple.
is this? The Warduke demands an offering. Who do you give him? The Warduke demands an offering. Who do you give him? Alas, I have nothing to offer that Mime Goblin hasn't already given him.
Oh, damn. Wow.
Well, Serving Hands.
Serving Hands, are you being salty?
Woo! Oh my god, that is amazing. Oh, I missed one. I missed one from her timing. Back to the country fried euros. This won't be like negotiating with humans. Dice goblins only respond to one thing. An all-in-one Digi Dice air fryer, perfect for making country euros. Riddles and I have been talking air fryers.
I think I'd be okay with that being a.
We've been talking air fryers a lot. Yep. Do you have the same air fryers I do too? Don't you? The Ninja?
Yeah, I love that thing, man.
Do you wish it was a little taller? I feel like sometimes I'm scraping the ceiling on some stuff.
For me, well, it's that standing rat, the one with the folding legs. That's the one that bugs me because if you put anything on top of that to get a good broil or a crisp on top.
Oh no, I don't have that. Mine's got like. Do you have the one that you pick up and it folds so you can sweep underneath it, like wipe the counter down? That's what I have.
That's what I'm talking about. It's got the legs that open up.
No, totally different. Totally, we might have different ninjas. Hold on.
It might just be the accessories that are different, dude. But yours is the combo like mine, right?
It's this one. Hold on, I'm pulling it up on screen. It's this one right here. It's the big.
It's the delay. I can't see it because of the delay right now.
It'll be here. Hold on, give a sec. I don't want the playing.
They're kosher tears.
Hilarious. It's this one here. Well, no, that's not it either, actually. But it's similar.
Oh, no, I don't have one of those.
Yeah,
That's a convection oven.
Yeah, no, it's an air fryer convection oven. It's an all-in-one. That's what I have.
Yeah. No, I've got the one with the pressure cooker and all that stuff.
Oh, I have the pressure cooker. You're talking about an Instapot.
No. Ninja makes, it's a combination air fryer, broiler, sauteer, pressure. It's like all these things in one.
So I have the Ninja pressure cooker, and like rice cooker and all that all in one, and then we have the convection air fryer, broiler. It does all that. It does the other parts of the stuff you're talking about. I didn't know they had a Instapot that also does that. That's wild. So I love it. It's great. But we keep running into like a height issue. Like if you want to bake something in it, you can put it on the lower rack. It's just There's just some little things with it that are a little bit of a pain. But as a whole, it's one of my favorite tools in the kitchen.
But yeah, I love my Ninja.
And our big Ninja, like our blender and stuff, the big one that we have, finally, we thought it had died. I had to take it apart and change a fuse in it, and now it's running again. Something popped the fuse inside of it.
This process is just so freaking brutal on brushes, man.
Yeah. If you look at your subscription page, you'll see when videos go. Yeah, so that's a good question. Blacksmith, for YouTube, you have to have all on, but I also post usually the day before. Sometimes I'll do them all on Sunday for the week. It depends if I know the times for the shows. But I will always post them there, and there'll be a link there you can follow, and you can click to notify me. The other thing you can do is if you are on the Eric Frankhouse Presents page and you have notify all, that also means it will notify you for live shows. Otherwise, sometimes you don't get them. It's weird. And then in Discord, I also have the events I've been doing now. So people know when we're going to be live on a show. So if you look at the EFP Discord and you look at the event section at the very, very top, that also has the link for the show too. I started doing that last week because people were asking. And I've been doing that just because, you know, I've tried to hit as many places as I can, but I'm trying to pull away from only posting my shows on Twitter all the time, because my wall just looks like Twitter posts of my shows, and I want to be able to post other things as well. So I'm moving a lot of it into Discord and notifications. So if you're in the Discord, that is 1000%. You will always know when they're going on. That's going to be like my main focus here going into 2024.
Yeah, that's the one I've got.
What hasn't worked for yours? Just tag everyone. I was doing everyone's for a while, but I just do the events instead. Are you saying the events don't work? If you have notifications off, you might not see them. I don't know.
I sent you the Amazon link for the Ninja one I've got. It's the Foodie. The Ninja Foodie.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
No, I've not. It's not the one we have. We have two separate ones. I would have still done two separate because a lot of times we're using both at once. Yeah. That's fucking awesome, though.
It's super handy, dude. Wait,
I'm sorry. Handy. It's dishwasher safe too. Nice. Oh, the
interior. The interior pieces. Yeah.
That's cool.
So let's angle this.
YouTube sub page. I mean, that works. Like, I don't know. I guess Blacksmith. I don't know what's not working for you. I've lost in the conversation sauce here. Like, for example. Let me just drag this for you. Wow, you can't. Well, you won't be able to click alert now because it's already live.
Where am I? Oh, no, we're not doing bad for time either.
No, we still got time. Wrong answers only.
Oh shit.
The Admiral of CFD Country Fried Euros is Admiral Thranduers?
What?
Who's Thranduers?
I don't understand. Well, Sanders is the one from KFC.
Okay. What's the TH
That's Colonel
for?
Sanders.
Right, but what's Thranduers?
I don't know.
Is that for thick thighs? Like, what is the TH for?
Maybe it's a Frankhouse thing? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. You've always been unlucky with technology. That just means you're not clicking something. Blacksmith, that's all unlucky in technology means. Zeros and ones always operate. I bookmarked my YouTube sub page and never looked at the homepage thingy. Okay, so here, we're gonna walk through this. On here. We're gonna go to YouTube. So, for example, on my YouTube page, pull this up. We're gonna go to full screen here. We're in the education section. Real quick education section. Let me go solo paint, just a little bigger. You can see that it's here live, right? But if you go into EFP here, whoever this is for you, which is the Eric Frankhouse Presents one, if you click the bell and then turn on all, you'll see them all. But what you're probably missing is lives fall under this tab. And all my shows are lives, so they're all under live. The videos ones, they will show up in as well, but not as often. But if you don't go into live, they will always be here. You can see the whole thing of them. This one, I don't know what this is. Ignore that one. For some reason today, it said we were Dragonlance, and we sure as shit were not. And then if I switch to me, hold on here. Let me switch count. Oh, I can't. I don't have it on this one. Damn. But it'll have that to click. And then if I ever put one out where it's got a reminder, you can click the reminder button and it will remind you to watch it. That's the best way to do it that I know of. Oh, I did forget to show this though. So I didn't know this, but Riddles told me this today. Do you know that all of the lower decks are remakes of Star Trek posters? How I didn't realize this, I have no idea. I worked in a video store and I stocked these goddamn movies so many times. And I'm gonna say this, but the animated ones look better. Except for maybe the first one.
I definitely think they're a fun homage to the old school.
Except for the first one. The first Star Trek one still looks better than that one. But I really love the last one for Lower Decks, and I really like the season before. I haven't watched any of this season yet, so we're not talking about it. I haven't watched any of it yet. I need to catch up.
One thing we can talk about, well, I'll leave it up to you if we talk about it or not, but episode 2.
Yeah, we can talk about it if you want. Spoiler cam it? What are we doing here? You talking about Loki?
Yep. And I agree. It was kind of a weird episode.
Oh, so Ringhand says Grand Admiral Thrawn. So it's like Kentucky Fried Chicken and Thrawn together. I see. Thank you for the clarity.
Well, he was stuck out in the boonies of space for a while, so I'm just saying.
You're right, Mime. There is a lower... One, I love the Star Trek system that came out from Modiphius. But I don't know if I could run lower decks, because you'd have to have some really... You'd have to have some role players that, one, know the show, and two, know how to be goofy and serious. Because Star Trek Lower Decks is goofy and serious.
Especially with Mariner. Mariner is just such a back and forth character.
It'd be very hard to run. I'm not saying it's impossible. I think the concept of being on the Lower Decks is great. I'd try it.
I think it'd be fun with the right people. But I agree with you. It has to have the right people.
Trailer Park Thrawn. Oh, yes. That is what Country Euros is. It's Trailer Park Thrawn.
That is so wrong.
He just cut a hole in the side of his trailer home, serves Country Fried Euros out the side. Grab yourself a lawn chair on the way out.
Well, all those I forget what they called them, but the new little guys on Ahsoka.
Oh yeah, those guys.
The little turtle guys,
really entertaining. I actually enjoyed them a lot.
Well, that's kind of like mobile homes. They're kind of like trailer park.
Oh man, so I'm running the Crow. I'm running the Crow at Gamehole Con Live. Part of it is taking place in a trailer park. I am really tempted to have a guy who has a food trailer park home with a hole out the side. He serves food, and his lawn is just full of lawn chairs and little tables or coolers to put your food on. Yeah, that's probably going to happen now. That's probably going to happen live. I make it gritty though. I have no Star Trek uniforms. That's something I've thought about doing. But first, I'm doing my Star Wars one. I'm gonna make the Balin costume for cosplay because I have a beard and it's one of the only bearded characters I can play. And his costume was dope.
Balin was a really smart character. And I'm still going to argue it. I'm going to argue it until they prove me wrong that he was gray.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying it's not canon. So unless it's Filoni making it canon, there's no way.
And that's exactly what I think was happening.
Maybe. I mean, he loves to do things for him. You know, like fucking Ahsoka was for him and the fans. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, if you did not realize that Ahsoka was his love letter to the character, yeah.
I saw an article that something got canceled for Star Wars and the new Mandalorian season is taking its place. I don't know what Star Wars series got canceled. I'm afraid it's the Troopers one that they said they were going to do. The one that Gina Carano was supposed to be a part of. And talks are she's coming back.
What I understood, yeah.
I liked her character. Her as a person, I don't always agree with, but I like her character. 1 minute you're young and fun, the next you're into air fryers. In our Discord, Mime just put that in the watching paint dry. That is amazing, Mime. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Don't be jelly. Don't be jelly.
Everyone's mad until they're eating your food. Everyone's mad until you're eating your food. Anyway, Loki, episode 2. Look, I think
it was a little weird.
I think season 2, episode 1 was one of the strongest Marvel series openers to date. It felt like I was watching a movie. Like cinematically, the opening for season 2 was fantastic. And then we got to episode 1, I mean. And then we got to episode 2, and it felt like filler. It was so weird. Like, I feel like almost all momentum was lost. Like, they set up this huge set piece for what's going on at the time and the branches, and the second episode just, I feel, fell flat.
I wonder if there were changes in the second episode due to the whole Jonathan Majors thing.
No, because they're not booting him from the MCU, and this was done before. They said he will be a part of it. We're not changing it. Like, he will be a part until proven guilty kind of thing, which is smart. That is what every fucking company should say.
Well, he's already been proven innocent.
That's what I'm saying. But while he was going through everything, he's like, we're keeping him until proven guilty. Because normally, during the hype of when somebody is called out on something, before court is done, they get booted. And this time they didn't do that, which I think was awesome to see. And I like him as an actor a lot. He didn't have a lot to do with episode 2, though. In general, episode 2 just felt weak.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he was in episode 2 to an extent, and they had to make alteration, or they made alteration.
I don't think we're going to see him much later, actually. I think this is just them figuring it all out. It just, I don't know, man.
From the previews, he does show up in like turn of the century England.
He does. Yeah,
so,
it just felt, I don't know, man. There's something about it, and maybe
I'm
next
not
episode.
disagreeing with you. I agreed already that it.
No. I just can't put my tongue on why. Like, I can't put my finger on why it felt off. I don't know what it was. It just felt flat, and the other one was just wasn't even that it was action based. It was just so well done, and the actor for Loki is amazing, and Owen Wilson is owning this role. I mean, he's playing himself.
We were talking about that during the episode. I mean, I am so glad he took this role.
He's so perfect for it.
Yeah, but this is not his typical kind of thing, and he was actually, kind of like against doing this stuff.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, he took this on.
He just grew up.
And it's just, it's so good.
Could you imagine him,
a great job with it.
If they ever do another Men in Black, if he was one of the Men in Black agents? He's got the person. He's perfect for it. The way he acts is, I mean, I don't know. I love it. I love the concept. I love stories about time when they're handled well, and I feel like they're handling this in a really cool way. I'm really happy with it. Just maybe that episode is leading to something better. And this is why when some series finish, I rewatch them, because you can tell the story has been chopped and cropped to fit episodic nature, even though the story really maybe needed 2 episodes to be told. Like this and today's might add together into what we need. So I don't know. It's interesting. I'm not anti it at all. I like the season so far better than the first season. And I do say, seeing Loki being Loki, cuffs off, was nice again. And what gave him his powers back? Do you know? Like, did they uncuff him? Like, what was it? The time thing that let him kind of be able to be him again? Like, what happened?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can see that he has no restraints on him anymore.
Ballsy, fucking ballsy. That guy is dangerous, dude.
That happened at the end of season 1 when he was going up against, you know.
Oh, you're right. We haven't seen him use his powers a lot, and it's like, dude, he's a god.
Because it was Sylvie who actually took the shackles off, the thing off of him.
That's right. Yeah, you are correct.
Just before they got to the, I forget what they called the Trinity that ended up being fake.
Yep. 100% right. Marshall's New Republic. Yes, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you, Mime. Thank you. We got a wow in chat from Mime and a wow from AW. Is that about my beard, or is it about the dice box? Is it about Loki? What is it about? While you're telling me, we have another card. It's the Excelsior card. Whose glasses are these? Wrong answers only. The creator of DigiDice, after serving hands, blinded them. Well, I mean, I'd like to say, did you kill Stan Lee? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Oh, wow. Yeah, wow. Yeah. Owen Wilson. That's true. Thank you. I should have caught that. I did not.
What?
There he said wow in chat, and I couldn't figure out why, and they were talking about Owen Wilson. Wow. Oh, we got another one. Oh, God. Jesus Christ, serving hands. If I win this month, I will celebrate with this month's CFG flavor, Cajun Porg.
What? All right, serving hands, whatever you're drinking, you're cut off.
Hell no, share that shit. That sounds great. I got a convention to go to. Please let me know what you're drinking so I can bring it with me. Let me know. I thought about doing a show live from the convention. Like, I have my Surface. I'm bringing this camera with me. I just don't know what I would run. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what show I would do. I would like to do Corpse Talk, but there's a lot of preparation for Corpse Talk to be done right, because of interviewing people. I did talk about doing Corpse Talk and having someone come in, and anyone who's played cards for Corpse Talk, any deaths would count towards the raffle, where we would interview them and do rapid fire questions and do regular questions and talk to them and do a round of combat, and I would just murder them at the end of every round of combat. Right now for Corpse Talk, the Spinal Thief has 2 kills and one of our bosses has a kill now. So it's been pretty fun. Dude, the muddling on that looks really good.
Thank you.
Nothing but coffee, baby. Just living on the coffee.
I'm thinking I might go back into these larger ones and just put a little bit more white at the center. That'd be about it.
Touch it up one more. Like maybe a harsh white dot instead of a...
That's what I'm saying, like, you know, a stronger white.
Well, maybe not mottled either. Maybe like a sharp circle to give shape. What are you gonna do with the pommel on that? Are you gonna muddle the? Maybe you have. We just can't see it on this. But are you gonna muddle that to give it more like that dark steel vibe?
Well, I mean, it's dark silver already, because the blade is bright silver.
Yeah.
The pommel and crossguard are the dark silver. My part I haven't really thought, or I don't have an answer for yet, is the jewel in the pommel.
Yeah, that's what I was more
that,
asking.
that hex.
I would
And
do.
I'm not sure.
I would do
not sure
that
what I'd do
that
with that.
bronzy, ancient, coppery color for it personally, because there's some of that on different versions of the blade, and it sounds like we're trying to merge it all together.
Yeah, I mean, I've got, like I said, I've got my reference images that I've been kind of going back and forth to.
I still can't believe how well the fucking handle looks like it just from scraping away the paint. That was like the best.
Using the natural wood, it works well. It works really well using the natural wood on that.
Dog is angry.
I don't know what I want to do with the pommel. So I mean, if anybody in chat has a good idea for the pommel that's going to match the Night Sisters, that would be awesome. Because that's kind of what I keep bouncing back and forth between is like, you know, the Night Sisters and also, you know, just the sword itself. Like drawing my color palettes from those.
So I have clone troopers right now that I'm painting up in Ahsoka's colors, right? For Legion, and now I'm gonna pick up actual stormtroopers, and I'm gonna paint up the fucking.
You see the Jade Dragon I did this week?
No, the night. What are they called? Night troopers. I'm gonna be painting up night troopers. Are you going to get it?
I'm getting it right now.
I really like that though, Riddles. I just don't know what I would do.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Looks really good.
With it.
Are you switching out? What are you doing? What is that? Oh, it's a box.
I'm going to show you the Jade Dragon.
I couldn't tell what it was. You had a box in your hand. It looked like you were holding some like crazy, like jewelry case at first. Let me go to the big cam for us. Oh, that's really cool, dude.
So I can get the focus. There we go.
The blue has got like that tealy blue's almost got like a wash to it, like water.
Yeah, it's a jade effect. So it's
is
the
it
back
a paint
shows
style?
it a little.
Did you paint it that way, or is it? Oh yeah, you painted it that way. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
The jade effect is actually about 5 different layers of paint.
Damn.
To get that effect. And that color range, but
if I was playing some L5R, that would be my box.
Yeah, but I'm really happy with how the dragon itself came out, and I don't know why it keeps going out of focus, Rat Bastard.
No.
But yeah, I'm really. I did a search for Jade Dragon online, obviously.
Sure.
And I found a beautiful, absolutely stunning, one of the dancing dragons I used in the Chinese New Year parades.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And this was the color format they had for that. So I was like, oh yeah, that's my jam right there. We're gonna use that.
That looks really good. Is that up for sale?
Oh yeah, it's up on the site. But this was like a good 6-hour piece, so it's not really a cheap piece.
I mean, dude, it's so much more detailed than a lot of the regular pieces that you've done lately. Here, let me pull it up here.
This is the next one I'll be working on.
Yeah, so it's on the site right now for anyone who's looking. This is the card-based box, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's more of just a storage book box. I will
hard to
link
see,
it
but
for
this
you.
one's a new pirate one. But I'm really happy with how I got the water to kind of come out, giving it kind of like a deep sea
really
kind of
cool
water
looking.
vibe.
You know what? You know what it reminds me of? I don't know if you grew up around this stuff. It reminds me of the vinyl that people used to put on their shelves in their bathrooms. That like
I know what you're
vinyl
talking about.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That looks really good, dude. That wood is so fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, this was, and I actually got 4 more in, so I actually have.
Yeah, but you showed us some of the other ones. That piece there is.
No, I mean, I got 4 more in after this week.
Oh, okay. Like that from that cut?
No, they're a different cut, but they're still maple, so it's yeah.
Dude, that is so. I want a really good spalted box done for the upcoming series that I'm doing. Oh, did you hear that we're doing a Halloween special?
Expensive.
What's expensive?
Spalted.
You know what though? It's actually not.
Well, in reality, it's not, but because it's rotting wood, basically. But it's not common. That's
No.
the
But I
thing.
mean, like, we're getting a table made out of it. It's not that expensive. It's marked up because it's considered a rare exotic wood. But the actual
That's what I'm
cost
talking
of
about.
like a slab isn't that bad. It's just the markup that comes out the other end. You know, same with Purple Heart. Purple Heart, by the way, everyone, Purple Heart isn't expensive. It's not an expensive wood. It's more than birch, but it's not that crazy.
Yeah, no.
It's fucking wild to me. The guy I had on Corpse Talk, Danny, is a master woodworker. The guy is crazy good. And
I've still got to watch Corpse Talk. I haven't watched any
the
of it
first
yet,
two,
so.
the audio, man, I'm telling you what, I struck out twice with people to have good audio. Rob's had really rough audio and video. I don't know, because he's in the Hill People Mountains. And then Danny, who normally has really good video and audio, did not. So Alchemy is this coming Wednesday, which means I'll have great audio, great video, and that'll be a really good set piece. It's a lot of fun. I'll have you come on. You can come do Corpse Talk. It's very simple concept. You just bring a product that you would like to do in your company. You want to add to the treasury 1 to 4 pieces. We have you on and we have a conversation. You get to play Mork Borg live and try to die and do some fun stuff. I know I have a couple other people coming on that are like artisans that are going to come on and do some shit too. And I have a whole bunch of Free League people. I'm lining up a ton. Well, your favorite Free League person is scheduling dates with me right now.
My favorite Free League person is Johan.
I know. That's what I just said. They're scheduling dates for me to come on and do Corpse Talk. I'm excited.
Oh, and I'm going to do this verbally out here. I mean, I've already kind of done it behind the scenes, but Mime, thank you so much for all of the amazing reviews you left me this week.
Aw, did they go through and do a bunch of reviews?
I think 4, maybe 5 reviews. So, yeah, I was kind of happy about that. That was like one of those things that I always love getting reviews, but it's
a weird
always
ask.
like this back and forth thing in my head, you know.
That ghost was amazing. Whenever that was, it just popped up on screen. Yeah, I love reviews. You don't get them a lot. Nessie just commented on one of our YouTube videos because they're excited for our Athontia one coming up, and I'm doing a Halloween Athontia, but I'm basing it around the thing.
Apparently, I can't put links in chat, you bastard.
It's dropping to me. No, I have it off so random people can't do it. I might be able to add you to do it. I'll have to look into that. I had it so on Twitch you could.
Yeah, I know on Twitch it's easier to set up that way, but I don't know about YouTube.
I'll
YouTube
find
can
it.
be a little...
Nah, I can add mods. There's a way to do it.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that the review? Or is that the game?
That's the link for the Texas Hold'em game. In case anybody's interested in that one.
There you go.
Because like I said, it was a really fun game, so...
Oh, we have another card. Oh, fuck. God damn it.
Is it serving hands again?
Of course it is. You're not going to believe this, but I'm for the future. You've got to stop serving hams from talking about CFG. She's giving away secret recipes. Don't worry. I can silence her. Where's my kick button?
Oh, be nice to Serving Hands. She's like one of our original classic people.
She is an OG.
Yeah, so yeah.
Here, hold on.
Gotta love her.
I can... Let me mute this. Oh, you gotta start playing... Wait, is the flame on the blade next?
That'll be next week.
Ooh.
Yep, we're doing the flame on the blade next week. And I've been thinking about it. I'm probably gonna have to do a white base and then color up from that. I don't know. I'm gonna play around with it this week and see what I can come up with.
Type something in chat for me really quick, Jay.
Hold on, let me get over there.
I'm gonna make you a moderator. Alright, I just needed your name. Because I knew it had like a different thing on the end.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I can absolutely add you as a mod. Alright. Cool. Okay. Now I can add you.
Thank you, Nessie.
What, Nessie? Nessie said something? I'm trying to...
She just commenting on how,
Oh, yeah.
you know...
Thank you. No. All comments on videos afterwards are fantastic. I I love them to begin with. I think they add a great level of interaction, and honestly, they make a big difference for people seeing the stuff afterwards, especially since these are live streams.
Yeah. And see it, I mean, it's kind of hard. There we go. A little better on the color.
Try posting
It's
something
really
now.
hard to
See if it works.
to gain enough, because it takes a moment, and yeah, it's only a moment, but a lot of people don't want to have to take that moment.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but it does count to almost every streaming service, almost every shop, the whole 9 yards. The number of comments, the number of likes, all that stuff adds up to its popularity.
There's I just had a big conversation with someone who works at a very high level.
Why would you throw a wrench at me, Nessie?
What did she do?
I don't know. She says throw a wrench at Jay. I'm like, what did I do?
Oh, I don't know. Try posting a link for me. Did it work?
Winch or wrench?
I mean, I'll take either one. I collect tools and
Yep, there we go.
There you go. I collect tools and
I
the
am
other
now
one
a
is
moderator.
just awesome. Yeah. You should be able to post stuff and you can ban people if they're being stupid and shit like that, I believe.
The power is named.
There goes serving hands. So no,
I would never boot her.
we were doing a talk about how social media works as a content creator, but as a creative, it's really weird when you're a creative making content. And I've tried to kind of lean away from this as much as I can.
It's
You
hard.
make content that the algorithm wants. And that's why you see big trends of like top 10, if it's like top 10 tabletop games for the year, that thing that people consider clickbait. The reason you do it is, and this is a very simple explanation. There's a chart, like think of a big circle, and it's cut up like a pie. And if part of what we talk about is tabletop RPGs is part of the pie, and then we also talk about movies, and we also talk about TV series, that creates like this big spread, like a plot. And you're trying to hit target circles that hit your category. But if our categories are three things, it gets really big. And it's hard to get the algorithm to pick you up for all three things. So you start making content and you just dive into this rabbit hole forever. And instead of making content you want, you make content that the machine wants. And I'm really trying not to do that.
I do my best to always like drop in other stuff that I enjoy, things that I'm doing, not just my boxes and shit like that, because I don't want people to get bored with my stuff. First of all, I want them to have variety, because I mean, I'm just a variety kind of person in general. And I understand how it drives certain forces, but at the same time, it eliminates others.
Yeah, it's just weird.
You know? And it's hard once you start going down a rabbit hole and you start getting too focused on one thing, it makes it harder to discover you from people who are on the fringe.
Yeah,
So
you have
you
to start
never-
making other content, and it's just weird. And I've also decided I'm only going to focus on 2 social medias.
Yeah. But you get this concentration of followers that never grows.
Yeah.
And while that concentration may be very strong, it's not going to help you in the long run.
That's awesome.
You know?
It depends on, there's a lot of stuff that depends on. And this like I said, this person works for a Fortune 5 doing social media for 2 big companies. And then another one of my people I've just started talking to that I'm getting ready to run a game session for, which is fucking wild. Some people here know who I'm talking about, that I'm talking privately. I can't talk publicly yet.
I understand what you're saying now, Nessie. Thank you.
Social media is a weird beast right now, and I want to focus on only 2 things. And unfortunately, as someone creating product or creating entertainment, you can't be on the dead platforms.
Yeah.
I like Blue Sky. It's okay, but I can't post video yet. It doesn't have GIFs associated into it, and it's not
post
busy
breaks to my
enough.
videos.
Oh yeah, Threads doesn't.
I
Threads
guarantee
doesn't have
you,
videos.
it like for me, so I won't guarantee, but for me, what I've been able to do is like I have fewer followers, but I have the same or more engagement, which means I have a higher percentage of my followers are engaging with me.
Understand that.
You know, so that's that shows a line of potential in that platform.
Until it is open to the public and not private invites, I cannot use that platform. I can test, I can fuck around, I can play with, I can use it as a private blog. That's just more time though. As a solo content creator, I don't have time. So I
totally understand. I get it. I am by no means bashing anybody for not being on Blue Sky.
I just want Threads to have fucking video and GIF. That's all I fucking want.
For a safe haven that's a replacement for Twitter, it is the best thing going out there right now.
I don't need a replacement. I think he's going to be gone anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, we talked about this last week, that how he's trying to knock out the sexualization of Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it.
Good luck.
Well, yeah, good luck first of all, but that's a typical move people make for any kind of online business. You saw it with Patreon and a few other ones out there. What was the one that was big for a while where there was sex workers were using?
OnlyFans? Oh, Tumblr.
Well, yeah, Tumblr was one. But whenever you see them start making those moves to desexualize it and remove sexual content, it's usually because they're setting up to sell it.
Yeah,
they're trying to make it,
or ads are no longer being purchased.
Right.
Ads is the other one. So there's not much stuff with it. So anyway, I have to stay on the ones that are busy. I've never played on Instagram a lot, and as an artist, I probably should have been on Instagram earlier, but I really just wasn't.
The biggest thing I hate about Instagram is you can't put in clickable links.
Yeah, but you can in Threads.
So it's almost like a useless tool. It's a great way to show off what I'm doing, but it makes it so hard for people to actually get to where they can buy it.
You use Threads though, is how you do it. You do Threads posting and then you link them back because they're interchangeable. All their stuff kind of is.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to bounce back and forth between this, that, and the other to do one post. You know.
I don't disagree with you. I'm just telling you that's how it works. I know it sucks, but I also know I'm going to be where traction is. Anyway, Twitter is currently the best traction for me, and I really like YouTube Shorts. How many of you are tired of the 3 different versions of ads on TikTok? Like, I like consuming TikTok for fun, but fuck me if the ads aren't out of control now.
I'm not on it enough to comment on that. I do my posts, and I may like this, a couple here or there, and my posts get pretty decent action. I'm not blowing anything up, but
No, but when you scroll now, it's like the marketplace ads and then people promoting their own stuff ads. It's just fucking insane now. So now I'm staring in the lower left to see what type of video it is and scrolling past ads. I feel like I'm watching cable. It's so bad. What is this blacksmith? I wonder how awesome it would look if you made it out of a dice fall. Made what out of a dice fall? Did I miss something there? A wrench? Wait. Yeah, Serving Hands and I were talking about this the other day. I don't know what Blacksmith is talking about there.
Not sure. Well, we're hitting that time, dude.
We're getting close. I get to leave for Game Hole at 3. Kelly is going to be over here from my shows. They'll be over here to pick me up and get ready to leave. I have everything packed. I'm good. I only have 2 things to load, and I got to pick my hats. That's the hardest part. It's hard.
No, you're only an hour away. You don't need hats. You need a hat.
No, fuck that. That's not how I work. So Riddles, there's one more card specifically played for you since you've been upgraded to mod. Ready? Oh no!
Okay.
Riddles, boot that bitch button. It's broken. Oh. That ends with Mime at 5, Serving Hands at 11 for the day. Did I miss any cards before I close this out? Let me make sure. I think that's all of them. All of them. Thank you for the pack purchases. If you're going to be a Game Hole Con, ping me on Discord. We'll meet up, share a drink. I'll tell you what, if you are at Game Hole Con and you are in this chat and I run a game and you ping me, you can come play. I will make a spot for you. Which is, by the way, I can never tell you who's going to be at the tables because it could be anyone. It may be just random fun friends. It might be industry people. I never know what my tables are going to look like at a convention. I think I'm going to be running Dragonbane, and I'm bringing Punk, Cyberpunk. That one that's the Blades in the Dark. I'm running that at con. I really want to play that. And then Saturday night, I'm going to have a live show. I'm running The Crow on Gamehole Con for Casey Rift and them. I'll put some messages out when I know more on the dates and times.
You know a property they need to get a hold of that I think would be amazing to play?
For Everyday Heroes, you mean?
Yes. Hellraiser.
I cannot confirm or deny if there's a horror or something coming.
Hellraiser would be amazing.
I know they really want the IP that I'm doing right now, which is John Wick, which has been a riot to run. If you have not checked the John Wick stream out, it has been so much fun. We'll be back with more guest stars and stuff coming up. But it has been so good. So good. But thank you for everyone being here. We have, this is the box for next month. This is our November box. The one for this month is the video that is playing on screen right now, the Cthulhu box. That's what I'm calling it. The multiple eyes from a new artisan. It holds a full set of dice, and it comes with the lovely Cthulhu key that Riddles is throwing in as well. You can always still get your KOFI tickets. If you didn't get to play anything today, don't worry. You can still pick up KOFI. And then, yeah, we'll be back next week. Is next week the final? I think it's the drawing next week.
Yeah, next week is the drawing and the final paint on this to set it up for next month's raffle. And
Get your shit.
we have to discuss what we're going to do about December. We haven't really gotten
we're
there
off
yet.
in December for the rest of the shows. If you want to be off, we can be off. If not, I'm fine running through. I don't really care.
Well, in our last month, whichever our last month is, how do we handle that item we're painting? Do we do 2 raffles that month? See what I'm saying? Because what we paint right now is next month's raffle.
I know, no, I'm
When we
with
get
you.
to our
'cause
last
we've
month of
changed
the
our
year.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Do we do a Christmas extravaganza episode for it?
That's what I was thinking. We might do like a double for December. A 2-box giveaway.
Maybe. Well, or we do 2 giveaways. We could do 2 drawings that month, giving double the chance.
We could do that too.
Let's see. We'll have to figure out what we want to do for that. Is there anything you got going on, Riddles, that you need to put in the chat now that you have mod power?
I have 3 Kickstarters coming up that I'm involved in, but I can't talk about any of them yet. I have a special project that I've been teasing you guys about, but I can't get into that yet. Yeah, so I've got things on the side I just can't talk about.
The last thing I want to mention is, I don't know about you, but I am extremely excited for the new Marvels feature. I love that Kamala Khan's coming back and Brie is going to be there. I'm excited.
I've already got my tickets.
I thought it was going to be Disney, but I guess it's movie theater.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for this. I love
it's a full-blown movie. Yeah, I knew
and
that.
they brought the people
back.
from the TV series though. Like, you don't get to see that happen very often. Yeah. And I'm so excited that they're going both ways with it. Super cool. And we're getting I can't remember the woman's name, but she was in the Red Witch or the Scarlet Witch stuff. She's the other Marvel. What the fuck is the character's name?
Yeah. Oh, character's name? Well, depends on which time frame you're talking about.
She's in the black and white costume.
Yep, but even in that, she was originally black and white costume as Captain Marvel.
Yeah, but what is her character's name that's not Captain Marvel? Because she's got another character. Something else.
Shit.
Sonic something. It's this woman here.
No, it's oh gods, I know the answer to this.
I know, I can't remember it either. So good luck.
But it's Monica Rambeau is the character.
Yes. But I mean, this trailer looks so good. I'm so excited. November 10th. It's literally around the corner. Literally around the corner for this. So I'm super pumped. I can't wait for that. And then tonight, that is true.
Photon is the other name that she went by.
So this tonight, for those who know me and know Kelly and Serving Hands as well, we're big fans of Bowser. Bowser does really cool videos online. He's a guy who is famous for playing the Satanist at Arby's. If you guys remember that, like, impromptu fake video of Arby's. He's done a bunch of other stuff over the years. He's been on Nerdist. His first full-fledged movie is coming out, Onyx the Fortuitous. He's playing his main character. It's an 80s vibe. There are still tickets available in your area if you're interested in going to see him. This is just me. I don't know this guy personally. I just know I love his work. I love what he does. And he's got his first movie out. So if you want to support an artist doing amazing stuff, First time in cinema. I would say I recommend going to check it out. He's hilarious. Andrew Bowser, yeah, that's right. Here's the movie ticket site. This is the only thing I've ever pimped where I don't know somebody. That's how much I enjoy his stuff. This is Onyx the Fortuitous. You can pick up tickets now. I'm excited to go see him. It's hilarious. It's gonna be an 80s vibe all the way through. And the Talisman of Souls. It's so set. It's so gamer-esque. It hurts. So that's it from us today. Wave bye, Riddles.
Bye, Riddles.
For all you people who are watching this later, this is Riddles. I'm Eric. I run everything at Eric Frank House Presents. If you're watching this later and you want to be involved, don't worry. Down below, the KOFI ticket purchase link is there. Pick up your KOFI tickets and you can be in the drawing for the video for the Cthulhu box, and you'll be getting that sent to you as long as you respond within 48 hours. On this side, there's going to be a video to watch. I'm guessing it's probably going to be John Wick. If not, maybe the Blade Runner series. If you haven't watched it, it's a 4-episode miniseries we did. It just ended yesterday. It was fantastic. And then on this side is going to be the lovely circle to click. Look, if you are having a hard time seeing our videos, turn on all when you click the bell. Not just on. Turn all on. And you have a better chance of seeing all of our live features. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is Watching Paint Dry, and we'll be back next week with the Raffle and drawing of our Cthulhu box. Have a great day, and I'll see you again.